Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Straight ahead is Hall. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll get that out wide to Duvernay. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering it. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down grab there by Tyler Conklin, and he's a big part of the rebranding of the tight end position in New York. The Jets brought in multiple starters at that position, and Conklin, he's coming off a career-best year in Minnesota. 61 catches in his first season as a starter.
Hall on a give up the middle, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hall again. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. On third down, Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. C.J. Mosley, the former Raven, in there on the tackle. $3-0 after one on EA Sports. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
It's Jackson again on the reception. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Paul again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's caught right side by Mims. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Gun, they run it with Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's got this one completed to Mims. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
They'll give to Hall. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. Touchdown, Jets! Breece Hall, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And it makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, open man is Duvernay. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Jackson will throw again. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Jackson on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Echols. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 15. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's Berrios. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got a man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 68 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you win 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Ball again. Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 23 yards, the final tally.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Sauce Gardner puts it on. And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Again, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
A give running right is Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. Lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here. They go play action with Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. To throw again is Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. They're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brandon Echols, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They got 29 yards that time. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, they're going to go with the option. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they wind up getting 13 there on fourth down. Here's Jackson. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They go play action now. Jackson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Give to Hall running right. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. To throw is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 more on that one and another first down. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way, and plays like that.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into the next contest.
Yeah, impressive this game has been. Even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jackson running again. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opening. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for the Jets, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be at home now.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cyrus block, young buck holding the like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Q-Bone staying with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Now turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time. So let the